If you own a Prime 2, Prime 4 or SC6000 player by Denon DJ, I'm going to show you how to get your entire music collection permanently inside the player itself by installing one of these, a hard drive. So let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to Crossfader. My name's DJ Holland and today we're going to be installing a hard drive into this Prime 4 player. Now, any of the Denon DJ Prime series of players that has a hard drive bay, this is the Prime 2, the SC6000, SC6000M or Prime 4, can accept these hard drives and it's really, really powerful. What you can do is you can load up this hard drive with as much music as you can fit on it and then it's permanently in the deck. You can search upon it, add your playlists, your crates, all ready to go. So if you forget a USB, you forget your SSD, it's already there. Great for mobile DJs who want to carry loads of music with them. It's also great for venues who might want to just put some backup music inside the deck in case the DJ playing has any issues. The great thing about the SC6000 players as well is that if you've got a hard drive installed in just one of the players, the other players that are linked via the network connection on the back can access the music on this drive. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need a screwdriver, obviously a deck that has a hard drive bay, and one of these. You can either go for a 2.5-inch SSD or HDD, but we would recommend using an SSD as you'll have faster read-write speeds. This means when you're searching for songs and loading them, it'll be more quick and easier to play on than a regular hard drive. So what I've got here is a 2.5-inch SSD by Crucial, but you can use any brand that you like. So let's get into it. First things first, let's get this deck powered off. Let's get the power cables out of it. Deck protector back on the front of it and flip it upside down to access that hard drive bay. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is get the hard drive bay opened up. This is this door here and it's opened by 4 Phillips head screws. Once you removed your 4 screws and they're kept safe, you can then open up the access door. On the back of the access door you'll see that there is 4 holes. These 4 holes correspond to the 4 mounting positions on the back of your SSD or hard drive. This is a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive and these correspond. Now thankfully, inside the box that your Denon decks came in, Denon DJ did supply us with a bag of screws to mount these two together. So the first thing we're going to do is connect the ribbon cable to the hard drive and then we're going to connect the hard drive to the mounting plate. Once the hard drive is connected to the backing plate, we can then go ahead and reinsert the backing plate and then reinsert the screws we removed earlier. And that's the hard drive installed. Now what I've installed there is a SATA 2.5-inch SSD. We do really recommend using an SSD because the speeds of the write and read are a lot quicker. That makes it so much more snappy when using the decks themselves. Hard drives are a cheaper alternative, but you've got to wait for them to spin up. They also don't take being transported around too well either. So if you have the choice, we do recommend getting an SSD of a decent quality so you've got them high read-write speeds. Once your hard drive is physically installed, flip the decks back over and reattach them to some power. For this next step, you're going to need to connect your player to a computer to format the new hard drive you've installed and then get it loaded up with some music. On the back of these players, we have a USB-B port, but a high-speed one. The high-speed USB-B ports have this extra nub just on top of the cable. Thankfully, Denon DJ included one of these high-speed cables inside the box of all these players, so you can connect this to your computer and get started. It's worth noting to connect this to a USB 3.0 port on your computer. These are usually signified by a blue inner on the computer. So on this adapter here, I've got the blue port here. That is high-speed USB. It'll help us transfer music from this computer to the decks so much quicker. So we really do recommend using a USB 3.0 cable and port for this part of the process. Once we've connected the decks to the computer, we need to put the decks into computer mode. On the top of the unit, you can see we've got a little computer icon here. If we press this, it will say, do you want to turn off the unit and put it into computer mode? Click yes. Once we press yes, it will then restart the unit and put it into computer mode. Now we will find that the computer will be able to read the hard drive inside of the decks. Instantly on my computer, I've got a notification straight away saying the disk you've inserted is not readable by this computer. What I want to do is initialize this. So what we're going to do is we're going to format this disk into either FAT32 or exFAT format. That is how Denon DJ equipment will be able to read the hard drive. So what we need to do is go to Disk Utility. And then we can see we have the hard drive here. What we need to do is erase the disk, and then we need to give it a name and tell it which format to be in. So I'm going to call this one Prime 4, but you can name the disk whatever you like. And then you can change the format. So we want to go to either FAT32 or exFAT. So being on an Apple computer, I'm going to select exFAT. And then you want to press erase. We do not want to use this as a time machine. Once this is done, you can see that the drive is now showing on my computer as an external thumb drive. So once that's done, we can then go ahead and launch the Engine Prime software on our computer. Now we've got the Engine Prime software loaded up, we can go ahead and export our music onto the hard drive inside the decks that we've just installed. If you've never used Engine Prime before, please take a second, click the link in the top right corner and watch our Getting Started guide. In there, we'll show you how to get your music into Engine Prime, how to analyze it, and also how to import music from other DJ software so you can use it and have it all installed into your hard drive. So what we're going to do is, I've got a few crates and playlists on here already, and I'm going to move them across onto the hard drive inside the player. So I'm going to go down to Sync Manager, and as you can see on the right hand side, it says Prime 4 SSD. It's reading the disk already, and then I can select what I want from my Engine Prime. So I'm going to select the Tech and the Crossfader free music pack. If you've not downloaded this music pack and you would like to get a copy of it, it is free to download. Again, we'll have a link in the description below, or click the link in the top right hand corner. You can download that free music pack and have all the same music that I'm using here. So I'm going to go ahead and move my Crossfader music pack crate, and I'm going to move my Tech playlist across to the Prime 4 SSD. I've selected the two. It says it's going to take 2.1 gigabytes at the bottom, and I'm just going to hit Export to Drive. This is now moving that across to the hard drive inside the decks. There we go. Export has been complete. I can then view the files that are on the hard drive by going down to the device panel, clicking the Prime 4 SSD, clicking this drop down, and I can see here in my collections I've got Crossfader Music Pack, and I've also got my playlists on here as well. So that's all been moved across successfully, so I can eject this drive, ejecting Prime 4, quit Engine Prime, and then on the deck itself, what I need to click is this standalone button here, and it will say, are you sure you want to flick back to standalone mode? Press yes, and we can disconnect this from the computer now, get rid of those cables. Once you've disconnected the computer and rebooted in standalone mode, you can see instantly Prime 4 SSD internal is available and automatically selected. We can go into our crate. This is the Crossfader free music pack that we moved across. We can also go into our playlists, and there we go. There's the Tech playlist I moved across. There's no limit to how much you can transfer over. Hard drives that are compatible, 2.5 SATA. You can use an SSD or a physical hard drive, HDD. However, I do recommend that you use an SSD because the read-write speeds are quicker. That means when you load a song in, for example, that is the read speed. That is very fast. It loads it straight away. Also helps when you're searching through large databases, large music collections on here, a lot quicker on the deck itself. The write speed is also quicker with an SSD. So when you're transferring music from your computer into the deck, it's a lot faster. Physical hard drives are a lot cheaper, but they're a lot slower. So if you want a really snappy, quick response from your decks, SSDs are the way to go. 2.5-inch SATA. Denon DJ have tested and officially support anything up to a terabyte in size. However, I have read on the Denon forums that people have been installing bigger hard drives than that into these players, and they're working absolutely fine. So officially 1 terabyte, but unofficially I know and I've seen other users using bigger hard drives than that in here. A terabyte should get most DJs' music collections into these decks. I hope you found this video and tutorial helpful. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Remember, check out the links in the top right hand corner where you can go ahead and download the free music pack. You can also watch the how to get started guide with Engine Prime. And also, I'm going to include a free lesson from our brand new Denon DJ beginner DJ course. That's live and on our website now. There's a link at the end of this video and in the comments below for a free lesson out of that. So if you are just getting started with the Denon DJ series of players, please go ahead and check out our dedicated education courses developed all around these amazing players. Subscribe for more content just like this. Share this video with a friend. Every single like and view helps us create content just like this. I hope you're well wherever you're watching from. Take care, and we'll see you in another video sometime soon.